Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Honk honk, everyone. Welcome to part of my live stream. Guys, I have breaking news for you all that I want to have a laugh at and break down and talk about what's really going on and what you think she'll wear with to what's really going on. So let's talk about this. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Welcome. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you all that I do have a second channel that has grown and now has over 11,000 subscribers. And that's because of you guys. And that is Goose Adventures. So check that out. What's happening over there is I'm detailing my weight loss journey. I've lost between 130 and 140 pounds and I'm telling how I did it. My latest video is about dealing with stress when losing weight. And a lot of you said that resonated with you. I came up with some solutions about how to handle stress when you're losing weight instead of turning to food, that kind of thing. So check that out. And then, yep, there's some other ones like my befores and afters you can see over there. This is a photo that I shared recently. I had not shared, but you can see the difference. I think you can see a little bit of a difference in the weight loss there. So yeah, there I was before and here I am after. A little bit of a difference, right? A little bit of a difference. Anyway, check that out if you're the least bit interested. It's Goose Adventures. And again, a lot of people ask me, did I use any medicines or have any surgeries? No, I did not. I did have surgery at the end of last year, but it has nothing to do with weight loss. And what was the other thing that they've been asking me? Oh, they've been asking me what I eat in a day. So I plan on doing a video on that. I'll talk about that over there. But it's a very supportive flock, and you can definitely check it out if you're the least bit interested. Okay, now let's get into this Harry and Meghan stuff. Here we go. Guys, it was just announced that there will be a gala. Anybody watch Friends Gala? Okay, here's what's happening. Meghan Markle is going to be honored at LA's Natural History Museum. Okay. I hate People Magazine. They're the only ones talking about it right now. That's why I've pulled them. So this is from People Magazine. Normally I'll cite anybody else but People Magazine. Don't give them the clicks. Let me just read it to you. So yeah, there's going to be it's at the Natural History Museum, a gala. Oh, but there's more to it than that. Okay, so they're saying that she'll be honored and speak at the Natural History Museum. Easier for me to say, Natural History Museum of Los Angeles on the Night of Wonder Gala, June 14th. Now, I would like to remind you all that June 13th, the day before, is Trooping the Color. So, hypothetically, some are speculating and or are wondering, is this a pay-to-play situation? Would she have had some sort of pick over the date? Because as you know, usually she would do something right beforehand. But hypothetically, allegedly, I can't prove it, but if someone were looking to ride the coattails of actual royals and maybe keep their name in the news a little bit longer, one might speculate, hey, I wonder if that date might be on purpose. Asking for a friend. Okay, so it's a garden-themed event to highlight. Have you guys eaten in the last 2 weeks? Because if you have, you're going to be sick. Ready? It's to highlight her work, quote, empowering women in underserved communities. And to that I say, what? Since when? That's not, since what? No. You don't get to do that. You don't just get to slap a title on your, well, they do, but you get what I'm saying. Like, seriously, you're going to say that she empowers women? I'm sorry. I'm going to need some examples of how that's the case. Starting a podcast talking over other women who have actually accomplished things does not empower women. Have we looked at her track record with Her Majesty the Late Queen and Catherine, Princess of Wales? I wouldn't say that any of that was empowering women. I'd like to let the workers out of their NDAs and ask how much they believe she empowers women. Okay. I'm sorry. Allegedly, that cup of tea thrown, was that at a woman? I believe so. Hypothetically, maybe, allegedly. All right. So those two are stepping out more, building new connections in Los Angeles. Again, this is from People Magazine. So you can trust it as about, yeah. You can imagine how much to trust this thing. The garden-inspired evening at Natural History Museum's Exposition Park location will include remarks from Meghan. Remarks. I have some remarks for Meghan, who's being recognized for her work championing women. Okay. All right. Should we go over the list of women who have said she's awful to them? Uh, the people that she's ghosted, I mean, the people from family members to friends and everything in between. Again, going back to that Bull report, Jason Knopf said something along the lines of she always had someone in her sights. And I believe he actually said it was she always had a woman in her sights. We all know that type of woman. So, yeah, let's talk about that when talking about championing women. Would you say that mock curtsy was championing women? Because I wouldn't. Would you say that your pal Plastic Man writing those books and taking such horrible swings at Catherine were just championing women? I wouldn't. What about the way your Sugar Squad, your mediocre mafia, go after Catherine, Princess of Wales? Is that championing women? Why is it hard for me to say champion today? Is that championing women? I don't think so. But yeah, so then they're trying to say she also helps underserved communities. Again, shall we visit the Harlem School again? Because I've heard some horror stories about what went on there, and I wouldn't say that was helping an underserved community. I would say it's turning it to a look at me. I haven't been able to say that in a while. Let's try that again. A look at me opportunity, right? A mission that mirrors the museum's push to make science and nature more accessible across LA. I would say this is more science fiction, if you ask me. We are proud to honor that one, a native Angelino whose work to advance community well-being and expand opportunity, especially for underserved communities, aligns with our equity-focused approach to developing science literacy for the next generation, including through our STEM and STEAM pathway programs. I wonder if I could sue for eye roll strain. I always ask John Witherspoon this question, and he usually just laughs at me. I don't think he thinks I'm serious. I'm serious. I'd like to sue. Maybe Ben Chu will take me on. If you don't know, Ben Chu is the attorney from Johnny Depp case. Maybe Camille Vasquez will take me on. All right. Organizers say we're not going to read this whole thing. I'm just going to hit some highlights. I am going to read your comments as well, but I just wanted to let you know what's going on. But I have something funny with this too. Organizers say, ready for this? The gala will evoke the feeling of enchanted garden at night with immersive exhibits, live music, and dinner served in the museum's North Garden. Additional guests from across LA's cultural and philanthropic communities are expected to attend. Oh, God, it sounds as insufferable as those two, right? It really does. I almost spilled my Coke. Who is this for? Meghan. But no, seriously, who's going to this? What's happening? Who's throwing this thing and why? Let's see if there's any more. Oh, here you go. I pulled a couple comments and I want to show you. I made predictions on what the two will wear to this event. This person says, what has she done for women or underserved communities? This seems to be another paid PR award. That's what I think too. Can't prove it. Got to say allegedly, hypothetically. That's what I think too. All right. And then Lynn says, all right, give us the specifics here. Exactly what is it that she's done to deserve this award? Times and dates, please. Any of the showing up at disaster areas for photo ops does not count. Thank you. That's my question too, Lynn. Make that make sense. You can't. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But guys, since it is, let's see, let me go back. Hold on. Since this is not that page, hold on. Here we go. Since this is a garden-inspired evening, okay, garden-inspired. Where did it go? Here you go. Enchanted garden at night with immersive exhibits, live music and dinner. Okay, what do you think the two of them will wear? You ready for my prediction? Okay. Harry, if he shows, and you can let me know if you think he's going to show or not. if Harry shows, here's what Harry's going to wear. I think Harry will dress as a mushroom. What? It's nature themed. Patrick, don't lose your mind over this costume. No, you may not borrow it when I'm done with it. When Harry's done with it. Actually, I borrowed this costume from Patrick for Harry to wear. That's what Harry will be wearing, and then when he gets bored, he can just eat his costume. Oh god, I made myself laugh with this one. I was like, "What's he gonna wear?" Oh, there you go. Harry won't show up. I don't think so either. But if he did, maybe he'll dress like this, which would be very fun for me to see. All right, so there's Harry's. You ready to see what Meghan's gonna wear? Ready? Ta-da! Understated, simple, beige. Hers won't fit as nicely, but it'll be beige. It'll be like some sort of look at me, I garden theme. So I think it'll be something like this. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Hi, Colton Cake. Oh, I'm just so glad you're here, friend. Hi, sending hugs. Yeah, wrinkled. That's right. Messy. Um, yeah, I'll go back and read some of your comments because I know I missed a lot. But hey, Marissa, how are you? I'm glad you're here. But yeah, so we were just saying Meghan's got this gala coming up and it's going to be enchanted garden theme. So I decided Harry will dress like this and then eat his costume or do something else with his costume. And then Meghan will dress like this in beige, except for this dress fits her beautifully. Meghan's will be half on, half off, wrong length, dragging the floor, tripping over her shoes with something crazy pointy sticking out from underneath. So yeah, that's what my thoughts are on this. Let me know your thoughts on all this. I made myself laugh with the mushroom thing.